Hi everyone, welcome to this MACA2300 Fall 2022 class, and I am going to begin this class. You're watching this on the weekend before class, so I get to do what I want to get you motivated. I'm not even showing Canvas right this second. I'm not even showing my syllabus. I want your visual, I can't think of the word. I want you to enjoy this journey we're going to be on. It is an amazing journey to learn how to paint, to learn how to create items, whether you're a designer, an animator, an art director, potential art director, illustrator in whatever medium you want to be in, or a combination of all of those. Film, photography, all of it has the same growth expectations to build portfolio content. In that regard, I just want, because this is advanced Photoshop, so I'm going to play this for a second, okay? For like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Then I'm going to go through it step by step. It's only going to take a minute to do that, because I want you to see and remember what I'm going to say right now. Photoshop is nothing but layers. Big layers go on the bottom, small detail goes on the top layers, right? So the higher you get in the layer palette, for the most part, the more condensed, the smaller the detail gets. And it finishes off the detail from the layer before. What does that mean? I want you to say this after I say this, okay? Don't paint around things, paint through things. One more time with me. Don't paint around things, paint through things. Now let's see what that means. So I'm going to play this. And I want you to see, as this thing goes through all of its layers showing this. This was created by an amazing student who I have her portfolio to show you more things that she's done. I just stopped it right now, and I'm going to go through it step by step. But this is an advanced Photoshop product rendering. Do you know how much this would go for in the industry? This would go for, depending on the client, depending on the time limit, but this would go for between $2,500 and $3,500, and can be painted in a day to a day and a half to 2 days. Not a bad take. And that is where even if you're a designer or an animator, would you turn down $2,500 if somebody offered or needed to have a project done? I wouldn't. Okay, so you're going to wear many hats all the way through your career. Even if you work for a company, you can freelance as long as there's no conflict of interest. So back to the beginning of this. I want you to see the layers. So I'm going to advance it to the next stage, which, by the way, is going to be, let's just keep on going, and I'll wait till I get there. Okay, so now you can see the bottom 3 layers. Let me see if there's one more there. No, I didn't. So there's a large red shape, a gray shape, a white shape, and a corner red shape. Okay, but there really isn't. That red shape over here is the same red shape there. It just so happens that the white shape is on top of it. Okay? And the gray shape, this is very important, let me move this out of the way. The gray shape did not end here. Okay? It just was the whole thing. So consider you're not painting around things. There's no reason to stop this gray right at where the red line starts. Just paint through it. Because, and answer this, if the gray is the whole toaster, isn't that the biggest shape? Then the next smallest shape is the red, which is normally the whole toaster except for the bottom. Then the white shape. Now you're going to learn in your first couple projects how to exclude, subtract, combine, and intersect selections. So let me continue. The next shape that comes in is the shadow. Well, that could have been the last shape, because that's really the lowest layer on the file. Now let's start building detail. Okay, so the first detail, and I hope you can see it on screen, but there's a smaller front light red on the toaster. Now we are going to put that gray around the edge. See it? I'm going like this, and you can see it. But that's not a small little bit of gray. Okay, that gray actually goes, look at it, goes all the way around like this. So the selection that was used to paint the big red was just moved up to the upper left and painted gray. Do you understand? So we don't create a thin line of gray. Why? Just create the same shape you did with the red and just slide it over to the left and up. Let's see what the next one is. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4. But how many were painted actually? Probably 1 or 2 and moved. Okay? Duplicated and moved. So let's now go to how many of those dots were actually painted. Just 1, and then they duplicated 5 times. The next shape comes in, and you can see it's the fills for one side, which they duplicated for the other side. On the levers, on the little, well, you'll see. The next shape that comes in is the big gray for that. And remember this as well. So not only do I want you to remember, don't paint around things, paint through things. I want you to remember that big shapes, when they're first up there, you doubt their success until you get 70% completed at least. So watch this. Now I'm going to go put the big white shape for that button, duplicate it for that button, put the little slider down the middle. Now we have a lighter front with a highlight. Okay, smaller shapes, right? Here it comes. There's going to be a smaller shape right. Let's just see it. Okay, you're kind of watching it grow. These are all smaller shapes, but for the buttons themselves, here come the smaller shapes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's a smaller shape on the button there. Look at that. Smaller shape on that. So now that's above it. Did they worry about the white button not being painted through? Did they try to paint around that black shape? The answer is no. So now you just go to the Move tool, hold Control, Alt, or Command Option, and create the other side. So now you can actually take all of that which was painted right there. Did you see? I'll make this slightly bigger. I can't make it a ton bigger, but that's okay. I'll make it bigger so you can see it a little bit better. So let me go backwards now, and you can see all of these small detail shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's go put the 7th one on, the 8th, put a little bit of fun stuff in there, and then guess what? We duplicate it for the other side. So all of those layers and those folders were just duplicated. They didn't paint it again. Okay, now you can see that black up in that upper slider bar there, that slider apparatus. Now they're getting the detail in there. Now they're getting smaller detail. They're now towards the end of their file. Look at how many did they paint there? 1, and they duplicated it for the other. Okay, so now it gets brighter. Now you take the gray on the bottom, add a little darkness on both sides, add a darkness there. Now you add the black and the white highlight, the dark line that's between it, and a little bit of gray right there. You can see that. So the stainless steel looks like stainless steel. Now we're getting close to adding the top and the dark on the top. So you can see how the dark was added at the top. See? Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 layers. 5 made up that one. 6, 7. Now we just duplicate all that for the other ones. And you can actually use the transform tool to make those smaller. And now you can see here the buttons get the little white highlights on them so they look indented. And now we're getting close. Okay, we're getting close to the end. All the small detail comes in. Then name the titles, which are usually the up highest layers. Why did I go through that? Can you answer me why? Why did I go through that before I actually wanted you to see the syllabus for this class? Because the syllabus for this class is all going to be about assignments and due dates and deadlines. And basically, as a teacher, as a mentor, I don't care about that. As an employee of Macomb Community College, I'm going to abide by that. Okay? Because it's important. that you see all the assignment. I'll go back to this in a second, but here is the list of assignments for the semester. And I've included this in your email, so just you can go through this and you can see here how we have week 1, which are paths, week 2, which is layer mask, week 3, which is actually 3 very short things called filters, light bursts, and vanishing point. You'll really enjoy those. Channel mask is going to be a little difficult because some of you won't have the capability of having the neural filters, but most of you should if you have Photoshop 2022. Color range here, okay, is the week 7. Painted mirror is the week 8. And then we go on a journey. Illustrators will go on one direction. Designers will go in a different direction. And some of you who want to be both will choose both because you need to build content for your portfolio. Super important. Yes, we have discussion boards. I probably should have more interaction with you and other students, but I'll be showing you what other students' work is like all semester, okay? Then you have a middle semester survey and an end semester survey. These are necessary items for an online class. I want you to do those, but I want you to be focused. Please be focused on building content for your portfolio. How come I even put that down there? And not on points or grades. If you're focused on building content, won't these take care of themselves? Points and grades will just take care of themselves. Do I allow you to return in stuff? Of course. I don't want you walking out of class, walking into an interview and not being your best. I'll show you portfolios all semester long or several times this semester on finished portfolios that students have turned in. Okay, and in a little bit I'll show you in this movie some really cool content. Yes, we have a grading scale. I include this many areas, the weeks of the semester, so you can see what the weeks are as opposed to the dates. Okay, so week 1 is where we get into the path assignment. Week 2 is working with layer masks and Bezier paths. Week 3 is working with filters. The filter, the light burst, and the vanishing point. Did you know that when you work with filters, that probably, I'm not saying for all of you, but in the past, you've only had the capability, and I won't explain it till you get to the filter thing, you've only had the capability of maybe thousands of colors. I'm going to show you how to get millions of colors in your filters. Okay? And incredible results where you didn't think that you had the flexibility of the colors in filter. You totally do. Week 5 and 6 is channel mask. You're going to learn a really cool thing about compositing photographs together to make a believable composite. Color range is super important. Some of you have never done color range before, and I'm going to teach you how. The way that Rosalie did that toaster started with the techniques in Painted Mirror. Design students get to choose a track, and illustration students get to choose a track in week 9 to 12. This could be a very, very fun semester. Okay, so I'm going to go now and show you the assignment guide. And I made this a high-res assignment guide. Okay, and it also has the dates on it. It even shows you when things are due. Due at the end of week 4, due at the end of week 4. These two here. Up here, the paths, due week 1. This Corvette, due at the end of week 2. Okay, yes, these are not portfolio pieces. These can be. This is a really cool assignment called Vanishing Point, where you learn how to take flat files and put them on a 3D project. Okay, this is a composite. They were never together. The light burst was never there. And her face wasn't as smooth. Okay, and you can see I made this a high-res assignment guide so you can see things. Color range, that's a photograph on top. That is a painting on the bottom. Photograph, painting, using color range. I want you to be real excited. This is the same thing as the toaster. It might as well be a toaster because you have big shapes and little shapes. And you're going to learn how to do that. Then you can go into this cool track. I'm going to show you what some of the designers have done. So I'm going to show you this PDF in a few minutes. And I'm going to show you what you need to be aware of when you design. And yes, you can actually do compositional vector text in Photoshop. Did you know that? So when you make a PDF, it can be vectored text, meaning crisp, beautiful. Here's another example of what advanced Photoshop students have done. They've sketched out their ideas, they've given great layouts, they do finished work, and it's beautiful. Now, Rosalie can also create great design. But here is some cool stuff that I'll show you in a few minutes, or I could show you right now. These are done after the painted mirror. Students can go in and choose anything they want to paint. There's Rosalie's toaster. Okay, there's Rosalie's bike, her little scooter. Really cool, huh? This is the same as a toaster. It's simply layers. That's all it is. So some of these go for thousands of dollars. How much would you get to paint that vehicle? Probably $7,000 to $12,000, depending on how complex the vehicle was. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, that could take you a whole week to do. Gee, a $10,000 week, not bad, huh? Same as a car. This is just exactly the same. All it is layers and understanding selections and understanding subtleness. So let me go back to here and kind of just show you that 9 to 12, and it should be 9 to 15, really. 9 to 15. Or 16, I'm sorry. It's a 16-week semester. You can just keep on going and building more content. Like, how many do you have to do? If you have to ask, how many do I have to do? Then you're worried about grades. Just paint. Just paint. Do content. I'll work with you after the semester to do a lot more. Okay? And I even show that in my syllabus. I'll work with you after the semester is over. I might not find that paragraph right now, but I will find it. Here is a design example done by students. I'm going to go over Canvas in a few minutes and show you the correlation between the first day handout and the Canvas modules, but let's just enjoy what you're seeing here. And let me go to presentation mode if I can find it. This is Command L. So now here is just examples of creativity. Look at how the dolphins are pointing towards the logo. Look at how the gradation starts your vision on the left and works your way to the right. Look at how the lettering going off the page is totally fine. Isn't that beautiful? Look at how all the direction, the visual direction of this is well balanced. So you don't just throw stuff on a page and call it a layout. You actually have considerations, and I'll go through that as the semester progresses. But I'm just going to show you every one of these was well considered. They took the product, they made him bigger than life. Look at how beautiful these are. There's so much fun to have in this. I'm just going to go through these fast, and these are available in the module. You can download what I call the prior semester design PDFs, and you can go through them to see what students have done. Yeah, these are student work. Now, this young man is working at a major agency right now. Jack Downs is a major art director bringing in 6 figures a year. These are beautiful posters. They're totally wonderful. Look at how pretty those are. Look at how well they're considered. Yeah, this is a Photoshop class, okay? But you're a designer, so let's incorporate the two. The final design is always done in Adobe InDesign, correct? Correct? But the composition and the beginning designs can be laid out and put together in Photoshop so the client can approve them. So look at these. I can't even tell you. You should Google his name, Justin Malik, M-A-L-E-K. You're going to be impressed. Okay, look at these. Look at the background graphics. These are just magnificent. This student actually did this for her family because her family has charitable, can't think of the word, orphanages all around the world, okay, called Beautiful Gate. And you can see Beautiful Gate is in Zambia, they're in whatever country that is, and in South Africa. And look at how she took the main product and she actually lessened the opacity. Isn't that cool? Isn't that beautiful? these are just really, really well considered right here. So let me close this. Let me hit escape and go back to my online course here. So I'm going to put this over here, click my Firefox, and we're going to go into your first day handout. Now, when you're on Macomb, you can click My Macomb. So in My Macomb, you can log in. You all know how to do that. Okay, so in My Macomb here, which I'll close the window in a minute, look at how they added these cool buttons on top. You don't have to no longer search way down here for Canvas. Just click the Canvas button and it'll take you directly to your dashboard. Over here on the left is your courses. Now you all know that pretty much. Let me move this over slightly. You all know that, but look at how I can go into my courses and click right on your course. If that's not in your list, then go back to my first day handout, or at the bottom of this page there's a number to call, which I highlighted right there. Call that number or use the syllabus I sent you over the weekend. Let me click back on that. Oh, it's over here. Use the syllabus that I sent you, and it's downloadable in Canvas. Okay, let me go back to the first page, and you can see here how the same number is right here. If you have a problem, call this number, tell them you can't get your class, and they'll help you right away on Monday morning. Okay, let me put this back over here. So now go into your class, and you can see here how now I'm in my class, so I can close that because I already had it opened. I don't need two of those open, and I'm good to go. There is my class, or your class. Right when you get in here, you can see how I have a portfolio movie, which I also sent you on the weekend, but it's so important. Why did I put it in here right after I put this? I mean, this is my home page, and there's the portfolio movie. Because, I'll read this. I want you to watch it before you take part in this class. It shows my dedication to this multimedia craft and my commitment to your portfolio success. I'm not focused as much on grades and due dates as I am to you building quality content for your portfolio presentation package. And I already asked you this question. Answer this. Do you have enough portfolio content? I already know the answer. So please be focused on building creative content. End of story. If you want a job, you got to build content. You can work with me as long as you want to build content. Here is the fall list, which is this file right here. So you can see that fall list again. Here is my YouTube channel if you want to go to it. It even has a PDF of all the movie links. I will download that right now and I'll just show you. So after the semester is over, I'm going to open this up in Acrobat and bring it over here. Look at how I have every single YouTube on my YouTube channel. I'll just click the very first one. Paz, click. You're going to go right to my YouTube channel.
I'm Joey, and I'm one of the 30
Watch these
AI
really
voices who
stupid
speak.
advertisings.
You listen to this video
Advertisements.
until
Skip it. And here is your first
Brian
assignment.
Sorial here.
And welcome to this first assignment. Okay, you don't have to hear me anymore, and let me close that. So that is available. Sorry, that is available. Let me minimize that. Right here on the very first page. Okay, so there it is with due date. With PDF movie links. So just go through this. There's the dates for everything, but you're going to click on modules, and I want you to do my opening announcement and then get right into the class. This is all just good information. It's my portfolio link, so you can see my portfolio movie again. Okay, so let's just click it and you can watch it again if you wanted to, but you don't have to. Let's go. Oh, I didn't want to close that. Let's go back like this and go into my modules. Okay, I didn't close that. Here is my brand new professional link. So this is just in process. It is, I'm not finished with it yet, and no other links are there. So you can go in and just look at some of my work if you want. Okay, my dog is scratching the floor. I have no idea why. So if you're hearing scratching, it's my dog scratching the floor. I can't answer for her. Okay, so in each module, here's week 2. Here is week 1. So in week 1, there's a this is what is due right on top. Okay, so when you click it on each week, it's going to walk you through a movie that is going to take you and show you what is due for this week.
Hi,
So
welcome to week 1 for the assignments that are due. And I want to quickly get into...
I'll advance. So let me bring it over from this. We're going to do, and then you have to... I'm just advancing
that I care about. Okay,
So you're going to do a tool test here. You're going to go ahead after the tool test.
Quiz.
You're going to do a couple of things in the tool
PDF,
test.
okay?
Now you're going to work on these
you
paths.
to look at this
So
path
I'm going
assignment
to hit
PDF.
the
What do I mean
escape
by
key,
the same
and I'm
path
going to
assignment
have
PDF?
Brian be quiet. Now, that's what I want you to do. For each module, let me click the module here. So each module right there has a this is what is due for week 1. Look at this is what is due for week 2. Do not watch them. That means you definitely need to watch them. Okay? And it guides you through everything. Now, when you have an issue, or if one of my, this is a work in progress all the time. We're adding things, adding new tutorials. If some of my tutorials are older in here, please just know I'm going to be doing brand new tutorials this semester and over the holidays and next summer. So just, there's no way I can update 500 movies every single year. So that's just what I wanted to tell you. So this is what is due for weeks 5 and 6. This is what is due for week 7. Do you get my point? So that will show you and walk you through everything. When you do an assignment, so let's go here. It's called the Dropbox. So when you want to go turn in your assignment, okay, you get the path assets by downloading the zip. Here is your path assignment PDF, and here is your tutorial movie that you have to watch. Do not, repeat this after me. How do I say this? I will watch all of the tutorial movies and follow along. Thank you. You don't have to say thank you. That is so important. If you try to do this path assignment without watching the movie, or you try to do the layer mask assignment without watching the layer mask movie, you're going to be sunk. Okay, so please make sure you watch. You can rewind to your heart's content. When you're ready to turn it in, look, there's a Dropbox. All you have to do is click it. I'll enter the student view. You can see here how, I have it locked. I have to unlock it. This assignment is locked until August 22. That's okay. If it wasn't locked, then down here would be a download or upload. What is the button? Submit. So you can click an upload button to upload your file and browse the computer and then click submit. That's it. That's all you have to do. Okay, so I'm going to exit student view. I forgot that everything's locked until Monday. Okay, let me go back to the module. That's it for every single one. I just want you to be excited. That's all. Okay? I really want you to be excited. Because building content, I know you all need to build content. I'm going to bring this up on the screen, and because I'm a designer and an illustrator, I want to show you something. I want to remember where it is too. This is something that I did in the let me go here. Sorry, I'm just going to go like this and show you a job that I just finished, and I'll tell you how much I actually got for this job. So I want to go into my program here, my Sorial files. I want to go up here, and let's go like this. So let me make sure. Okay, here is something I did, and I should show you the first, if I had it. I want to show you, that's nothing here. Okay, I want to take those both away. No, that one needs to go away. Okay, so this is what the client came up with. All right, that's what they said. Brian, I want something like this, but make it nice. They explained to me what Wamplers was all about. So this is what I created for them. Now, that's $1,200, and I did it in an hour and a half. Okay, and I gave them a JPEG file. So there's a JPEG. I gave them a PDF. I also gave them a PNG, so it's completely transparent in the background. And I gave them an SVG, which is an Illustrator file that is clean and can be used, and it drops the background out as well. So I just wanted you to see that, because not only am I a designer, I mean, an illustrator, but I'm a designer as well. So, one more time. These are simply content portfolio pieces showing texture. All right? So you can go through them and then start thinking, what do I want to add to my portfolio? How much stuff do I need in my portfolio? In that regard, I'll be sending you, let me go back to my homepage. I'll be sending you portfolio movies from students so you can see exactly how much content would really, really overwhelm an interview process and cancel everybody else out who was interviewing against you, and just they're going to choose you. And I want to work with you and give you letters of recommendation for this semester, okay, for later on. So just have fun and work with me. Now, what I want you to do is reply to this email that I'm sending out on the weekend. Okay, so just reply and tell me what you thought of my portfolio movie, my introduction movie, okay, and this movie, and what the journey might be. So please just come, show me that you want to learn and to excel and build content. Is that a deal? All right, I totally look forward to being your mentor, and we will connect many more times. Thank you.